Hi everybody. Preparation or annihilation. It's about you making the executive's choice. Preparation by silencing the mind, or annihilation because you allow the neurotic executive or the monkey mind, or in fact the shitty committee, to all live rent-free in your head. So the warning to you is that in business, in meditation, and in life, no preparation means no power. And power is instead yielded to the imposter that is living within. By failing to prepare your mind, you are preparing to fail in business. So proper planning and preparation, as the saying goes, prevents poor performance. And this is a preparation about you leading yourself. It's about taking back control, conscious control of your mind. Taking this conscious control back in business, in meditation, and within your life. So what do we know about entrepreneurs that are totally prepared for success? Well, they took the time to prepare the mind as yogis within meditation. And then as a consequence, they enjoyed the business results that followed. Preparing the mind through meditation gives you a calm, centered, silenced, focused mind. And think about those qualities when you apply them to things like sales, marketing, presentations, and negotiations. That's right. Preparing the mind in meditation prepares you for success within your business. So as the corporate yogi, I'm here to encourage you to become even more effective and even more efficient. And we do that by clearing the inner dust, debris, and blockages that are preventing you from being all that you can be. Now, you've probably heard the saying, mind your own business. And in fact, this is a deeply meaningful and incredible saying, because the most important business that you are in and will ever be in is the business of you. That's right. Not this other smaller aspect of your life, but the business of you. And I'm here to support you and encourage you to become an expert in the business of you. So today I'm encouraging you to look even more deeply at preparation through meditation, because meditation prepares you for optimal states of being happy, being energized, being effective. In fact, it prepares you for being who you really are, because the removal of the dust and the debris and the blockages are the removal of the aspects of you that no longer serve you. So meditation is, in fact, when you realize, the ultimate business preparation. And we know this because success belongs to the prepared mind. The empty mind that is ready to receive all and everything that is offered to it. The silent mind that is attentive and ready to listen. We are talking about a high stakes environment, and therefore we need to commit 100% to the practice of meditation. And the payoff for you as an entrepreneur with authentic preparation, you'll reduce what I like to call decision fatigue. You'll make decisions easily, quickly, and effectively. You'll find that within you're now calming stress down. In other situations, you'll realize that you've moved way beyond what previously used to overwhelm you. And a significant impact is the removal of those inner triggers that used to have you fitting, fleeing, freezing, raging. They no longer have the impact that they once had on you, running or even destroying you, your life, and your business environment. You'll also learn how you can control the mental reset. That's right, finding the on-off switch and being able to consciously control it so that when you need downtime, you can simply turn the mind off. And when you need to be alert, focused, and fully on purpose, you can switch the mind on. You'll also develop what I like to call a highly personalized process. In fact, preparation for meditation, preparation for business, and preparation for life requires these highly personalized processes. So meditation preparation for entrepreneurs like you means either warming up the mind-body system, or for some, calming down the mind-body system. Maybe a combination of both ingredients. And how can you do this? Well, you can do this through breath or breathing awareness. Another step that you can take is to bring the mind into alignment. A third step that you can do then beyond that is to create inner mental silence. So preparation in this way is a step that you take in the process. And what in fact though is an optimal way for you to prepare? Well, let's go through the 3 examples that I gave you. With breath awareness, you learn to sit, to slow down, to calm yourself, to bring yourself into the present moment, into the here and now, by excluding the noise, the irritation, and the agitation. We do this through breath awareness. That's right, by focusing our attention on only one thing, which is the breath that we're now breathing in through our nose. This takes practice. It won't necessarily happen immediately. So be prepared to cultivate other important attitudes that are needed in life, in meditation, and in business, like patience. That's right. Patience is indeed a virtue. And then what about mind alignment? Well, when we find mind alignment, we take a further step towards balance and inner peace. And we can create the mind alignment by giving the mind an aligned task. Let's say you've just sat down to meditate and all of a sudden, in comes the credit card bill, or in comes that person that has been irritating you, or in comes the sale that you've not yet quite been able to close. All of these things are unnecessary distractions when you've 100% committed to this being your meditation time. So instead of the mind importing distractions that are hijacking you, we ask the mind and we give it a job by simply repeating on the in-breath through the nose, breathing, I am breathing in now. And on the out-breath through the mouth, breathing, I am breathing out now. What's now happening is that the mind and the body is flying in formation. Everything is coming into alignment. You're finding congruence. You're taking a step through this inner alignment towards balance and inner peace. And now the next step is to discover mental silence within. And mental silence is a state of being open, receptive, and ready to perform. A state that you will enjoy as a result of your consistent action through practicing a practical and resourceful state for you to use in business. Imagine in each and every moment, you're open, you're receptive, and you're ready to perform. So remembering now that great preparation is a part of your process will help you to go from monkey mind to yogic mind, to go from neurotic executive to Zen entrepreneur, to maybe go from shitty committee, if you've got many voices firing off in your head, to an inner source connection. Think of these journeys and think of now preparation in the form of meditation as a step towards your optimized destination. So preparing by emptying the mind. This is in fact the hidden edge of high performance in sport, in business, in family life, in social settings, in all areas of your life. The key, in fact, to a happy executive like you and a happy life is being able to access the emptiness of the mind. And I'm now going to share with you an example of how I prepare and use this in order to prepare for my deeper, optimized meditations within. So what you would need to do is to buy a notebook as part of your preparation. And inside of your notebook, begin to make lists. And the lists are the things that are inside your mind that are trying to attract your attention. Maybe more violently trying to distract you, or more than that, trying to hijack you from the process of sitting and being silent. And then when I close my eyes to go inside to meditate, if something jumps into my mind, like I need to call David, I'm simply going to open my eyes and write in the book, call David. In this way, we're once again creating conscious alignment by being present to what is here and now. Notice there's no bypassing. This thought has arisen. I've consciously taken action to write it down. I can now return within and continue with the process of silencing myself. And you may in fact open your eyes 3 times, 5 times, 10 times. Gradually, as you progress in this practice, the number of times that you'll need to open your eyes on average will decrease as you master the process of finding and enjoying silence within. So whatever arises, acknowledge it, list it in the book, and clear it from the mind. Maybe it'll be tasks that you need to perform that are hijacking your attention. Maybe ideas that are currently unprocessed. Maybe some procrastinations where you've been unable to make a decision. Maybe confusions around things. Whatever they are, write them down. Maybe it's the creative side of your brain that's firing off. That's okay. Just write that down too. Maybe calls that you need to make, dramas that are unfolding in the world around you, chaos that is ensuing. No matter what it is, acknowledge it, list it, and clear it from the mind. Practically in this way, using a pen, a wonderful notebook, and simple lists, we empty the mind completely. And this then helps us to create what I like to call the path of preparedness. We're now entering a place where we're ready to go deeper within. And the question I'd like to ask you, and you can ask yourself, is what do you need to let go of in order to surrender and enter the silence within? And another question is, what do you need to fully commit to the list? And in it being committed, you can let go and once again surrender it, to return to it once the meditation has been completed. So this is about practically and consciously stopping the mental annihilation that we talked about at the start. So what does meditation do? It actually prepares great minds like yours and mine. That's right. We all have great minds. We just need to learn to consciously control them. It might not appear or feel so great right now, yet that simply means we need to learn about the mechanism of the mind. We need to prepare and we need to take action in order to choose to change it. So be prepared to have the optimal state when negotiating as a result of meditation. Be also prepared to silence the inner critic and the imposter syndrome through the practice of meditation. So having walked the path before you as an entrepreneur and as a yogi, I can tell you that you will become resilient, creative, bulletproof, optimized, consciously prepared, as well as many other amazing things that you will discover by undertaking this preparedness process. So I invite you, come and join me and others on School. And you can find us at www.school.com/transformation. And when you join us there, you can enjoy discussions into topics like this. You can develop strategies for you in the corporate setting or also in the yogic setting within. You can solve challenges. You can ask me questions directly. You can also, and most importantly, practice with us. And why do I say that? Because practice, as my teacher taught me, makes the master. And this is about you and I finding and continuing to enjoy mastery. Thanks for listening. I look forward to seeing you again on a future video.